Thank you. Ms. Laura Arbilla and then Karen Flanagan.
Hello, my name is Laura Arbilla, and I'm going to read you a bedtime story. Once upon a time, in faraway district, there worked a Miss B, who broke federal law many times in the last 8 years. Miss B's supervisor, Mrs. H, had every opportunity to fix it. Assurances were made that it would not happen again, until it did. An internal audit was done, who sat on a shelf for many months. The audit only looked back 2 years and missed many a crime. That is the practice of faraway district. Assurances were made that it would not happen again, until it did. On a sunny afternoon, villagers summoned faraway district chiefs who sat around the fire for 6 months not doing beep. Miss B got her raise, and so did Miss H. Naughty adults do learn when they get away with it. These weren't victimless crimes. The victims were my children. This concludes our bedtime story, and one must ask, how do these employees of faraway district sleep at night? Good night.
Thank you. Ms. Flanagan.
Hello. So actions speak louder than words. We've been in the district 7 years. My kids were in private school for elementary school. And what I've learned in our 7 years is that the administration and the teacher convenience trumps the students' needs. Every year my kids have had to go to weekly advisory. Every year my students have had to go to an anti-bullying and anti-harassment program. What have my students experienced, and what do I hear at home? When I said no on the privacy, I didn't want my kids' image and I didn't want their names shared outside of the district, a yearbook teacher comes and pulls one of my kids out of class and wants him to sign a sheet of paper to not compete in anything extracurricular because he could be photographed. Okay? This year, he's a senior. I let him be published. What happens? That same yearbook teacher decides to celebrate that in her yearbook class. Privacy. How's that? This next year, my son's been accepted to an engineering school. He chose not to take the AP exam. That's great. $90 we get to save. So what happened? He was singled out in his physics class and asked why is he not taking the AP exam. He was also singled out in another class, so obviously the teachers talk. He was singled out in another class and asked why he's not taking that AP exam. Did he need financial help? Out in front of his peers, this is going on. Another breach of privacy. So the takeaway from this, teachers can and do bully, harass, and disrespect students, clearly. This is the last year we're going to be involved with AISD as parents. He graduates in June and we're done. Do I expect anything to change? Absolutely not. What I've learned from this and what my sons have learned from this, do as I say, not as I do. Thank you.